Good morning, everyone. It's Elaine from Anabella's. Welcome back to my Friday Floss Tube. Very happy that you're here today. If you are new to my channel, this channel is primarily about cross-stitching, quilting, paper crafting, and a little bit of my life thrown in every now and then. I hope you like what you see, that you'll look up, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell. That is just going to let you know when I've uploaded a new video or I have some fun news to share. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back every week, spending some time with me on Friday mornings. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your kind comments, and most of all, thank you for being part of our little Anabella's family. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a quick life update, and then we're going to jump right in. I've got so many things to share with you today. The first thing is I am heading to Florida Sunday. I'm going to spend about 10 days down there with Andrew and Jamie. Jamie has to report back to school on August 3rd, and for some reason, camp always ends 2 weeks before school starts. It's the silliest thing I've ever seen. So every year, Grandma goes down and spends that week or so with the kids so that Andrew can do what he does as a paramedic and firefighter, and Jamie can do what she does, which is getting her classroom ready for her returning students. And then, of course, my little nugget, Colton, starts kindergarten as well, and that is where the Thistle book came from, if that's what you guys are wondering. So Colton is 5. He's starting kindergarten. Grandma wrote him a book, as well as my grandson, Colby, who is 5 too, but can't start till next year. But I'm really excited about going down and spending some good quality family time with everybody. Plus, I'll get to see the girls, and I'll get to see our sweet grandson, Colby and Carter. So I'm excited about that. So anyway, that's it. Terry's foot is healing, but I have to tell you, it's been 7 weeks. He went to the doctor yesterday, and they've told him he has to go to physical therapy. The break is fine, but the tendons surrounding the area, are painful. So unfortunately, he's got to go to physical therapy, and he is cranky pants about it. He just wants it over. It's tough. He's a golfer, and the weather's beginning to change here very early this year. And he's just pretty bummed. So, keep sending good thoughts his way. I let him know that everybody is saying, that they're thinking about him, and he really appreciates that. So hopefully he'll, he did go back out on the golf course. He's driving the cart. He's not walking, of course, and then getting up to a green. A green. And then he's not, what's it called? Hitting the ball off the tee. He is instead just putting and chipping. And the doctor said that was fine, but no twisting or anything like that. So can't really play golf quite yet. All right, so got some fun news to share with you today. There's so much that I have sitting on this table. It's kind of overwhelming, that I'm going to go through it with you one thing at a time. Take out a piece of paper and a pencil if you'd like, so you can take some notes if there's anything you see that you might want to jot down. I don't have any important dates or anything, but just a lot of stuff today. The first thing is I'm going to do all of Anabella's stuff first this time and save new arrivals to the end so that I can just insert the photos. The reason for that is, well, I can just tell you, we've got 2 new releases. Let me just insert them here. Never mind, forget that. We have 2 new releases or 3 new releases from Stitching with the Housewives. The first is her Halloween, a new Halloween release, which I'm showing you right here. The other is her autumn release, which I'm inserting here, and I'm putting the titles of the collection names right at the top here so that you can see them because I don't have them at my fingertips, and I want to make sure I give her credit for her collection titles so that if you're searching, you can find them quite easily. But these are just beautiful. And then her Stitch With Me was the retreat piece for our Alaska cruise, and of course now it's available to everybody. So here it is. So those are really great. And then everything else we've gotten in as far as new releases are pre-orders only, and they're starting to come in from the designers who will be attending Needlework Marketplace at the end of August. So to make it super simple, I've decided I'm not going to spend today or any day going through and showing you the Needlework Marketplace releases. There's just too many of them. It would take up far too much of your time. It's much easier just to refer you to the Etsy shop where you can find everything all together in one place. So then you can just scroll at your leisure. You can read about it. Some of the designers have left little notes so that you can learn a little bit about maybe what their inspiration was or something particular about the chart you might be looking for, like the cloth color or the stitch count. So the best way to find all the all the Needlework Marketplace releases is to go to the Etsy shop, and then at the very top of Anabella's menu bar in our shop is Nashville. I keep saying that, Needlework Market /new. So you'll see the pre-order section and the new section right there. Just click that and everything will be right there for you to scroll. And you may have to scroll, 4 or 5 pages because some designers are releasing 10 charts. Anabella's has a ton of charts. Other designers are just releasing a few, which is fine. But don't think that, page 1 is where you stop. You're going to have to keep scrolling through to get your pre-orders in. And we're excited that we're going to be attending both as designers and, of course, as shop owners, shopping for all of you. And then we will give you that 10% discount wherever we can on these new releases, just to help you offset the astronomical shipping costs that are going up. We're not giving free gifts or anything like that, but we are going to give you that 10% discount. And it's primarily because, shipping, I think we're at $5.95 right now. Etsy, doesn't like it when you go above $6, so we're holding at $5.95 for shipping. But Terry says, don't know how long we can do that. Shipping to California or out west is more than that, and it's tough stuff. So we thought that 10% discount would help just a little bit. So just wanted to make sure you knew that. Okay, let's start with Anabella's new release. I'm going to show this to you, then I'm going to flip the camera around because I can show you this book right now because there's a story behind it. This is our Sunflower Garden Planner. Now, this book, I'm going to flip the camera around in just a minute. I'm going to show it to you, but I want to tell you the story behind it. This was actually something that I sat down to create when Jamie, my sweet daughter-in-law, and Andrew bought their house not too long ago, as you remember. So having lived in apartments or townhouses, they didn't have a yard. I'm going to start to cry. And now they have a beautiful yard. And I was reading through Facebook, and Jamie commented about how much she's enjoying starting a garden. So being me, because, God forbid somebody gives me an idea and I don't run with it. I created this. She was my inspiration, but I thought about all of you too and how much you might enjoy gardening as well. So this is a special gift that I'm bringing to her. I'm going to insert a couple photos here because, she loves gardening. She started a butterfly garden too. So if you can see here, just look at that caterpillar. What a fatty. He's a big guy. So I just can't wait to get down there and share this with her. And then I did something else. I created maybe 4 or 5 pages. Let me show them to you. Oh, hold on just a second. Let me pull these out. Let me see what I have here so I can show this to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 pages. They're 8.5 by 11 sheets that you can buy in the shop. These aren't printables. This is all available for you to purchase, and I'll mail them to you. So the first one that I want to show you is this really cool. This is seed saving envelopes. So I know a lot of us have seeds left over. So it comes on very sturdy cardstock, okay? And then when I designed it, I made sure to put in the cut line. So when you run it through your Cricut or through your paper cutter, you're going to be able to see exactly where to cut. And then this is how sweet it comes out when you're done. That's sweet. So all you do is you just go ahead and, glue it closed, and then you have your little seeds. So there's that. Then the next thing in here, I made some bookmarks because Jamie's a reader, I'm a reader, I know a lot of you are readers. So these are just 3 bookmarks. You just go ahead and, like I said, you cut them out on the score line. Let me see if you can see that. So you can see the score line right here. You'll find that on all of my printables or all of my paper products that you print or that you receive from us in the mail. So these are fun, just little bookmarks for the summer, or the fall rather. Then the next one I have is these adorable garden plant markers. Terry loves these. We use them at our house, so I went ahead and made them. And then here they are. So you've got parsley, you have tomatoes, whoops, you have basil, and rosemary. I can't read backwards, I'm not good at that. Mint. So So just some of the things you may find zinnias in your garden this time of year. Of course, sunflowers, peppers, and herbs. So those are fun. And again, these all are on 8.5 by 11 sheets, full color, very easy to cut. The next are some mini gift tags. So I know that what I do is when I have some of my garden blooming, I'll go ahead and snip off some stems and put them in a little red clay pot and then give them to my friends. So these tags I made thinking how cute these would be if you give a little gift from your garden to a friend or anyone. You just go ahead and make a hole punch at the top there, put some pretty ribbon in there or just some raffia or some twine, and you can do that. Those make cute little gift tags. And then last is some garden quotes. These are fun just to stick in an envelope. If you're sending someone a card, you just cut this way. And then there are 6 of them. And these are they look like 3 1/4, 3 1/2 maybe, by 2 1/2. But these are fun. So I had so much fun making this for Jamie and for all of you. You can think ahead also to gifts. This garden planner rather, makes a wonderful, wonderful gift for someone that you care about that might love to garden. So hold on just a minute. Let me flip the camera around and show you the inside. Okay, before I show you our sunflower garden planner, let me just show you some of the designs that are also part of this collection. These are 5 charts in our sunflower series. The first one is our cute little sunflower cottage. The next one is our garden blessings. And I'm going to talk about this flat fold or easel back finish in a little bit. The next is fresh picked. Then we have bloom where you're planted. And then this one is welcome to the garden. And in addition to the chart, we now are offering a small mini make finishing fun kit. It comes with the board, which you have to paint, full finishing instructions on how to drill the holes, as well as the backing fabric, very similar to this. It's not this exact fabric, so don't beat me up. This fabric, the green fabric that you can use to fully finish this off exactly as I've shown here. Now, when you go to the Etsy listing, you will see the actual fabric. I ran out of this, so I didn't have enough to offer it to a wide number of people, so I had to buy some new fabric. I got it as close as I could, but you can see the true color of the fabric when you go to the Etsy listing. So just some really fun charts, and each of these is about, well, this one is 6 by 6. It's a little bit larger. These others are little. These are like 4 by 4s, 5 by 4s. Let's see, 4 by 4s. And then, like I said, the cottage is 5 by 4. So just really cute little charts. So now let me show you the Sunflower Garden Planner. I just love this cover. Okay, so of course there's a welcome page. Then what I thought is my garden this year, you kind of want to know, do you have a name for your garden? Where are you located? What's your USDA zone? If you're in South Florida, like Jamie is, you may not have a first frost or a last frost date, but it does frost there sometimes, so you never know. Garden type, what type of garden are you growing? Your sun exposure, and then a little place for notes. Then here, just as a page for your garden goals, this year's goals, flowers you want to grow, vegetables, herbs, new things to try. And then this took me a minute to design this. This is a garden layout. So I wanted to give you a place where you could actually take a pencil if you want to make changes later and just kind of sketch out your garden. And then the key here is for you to put anything that maybe a little star or a motif or something to dictate what you want to make notes of further on down the page. Then we have our planting planner. This has the plant, the variety, the seed, the planting date, the location, and notes. Here is your seed starting log, your garden to-do list, watering and care log, your bloom tracker. This is always fun to do. I love to do it. And then pollinator visitors. This is always fun. You sit in your garden, hopefully you sit in your garden, and it's fun to see what type of pollinators and insects and birds and butterflies make a visit. So this is just a fun place for you to jot that down. And here's your harvest log if you're planting any types of fruits or vegetables. This is always fun. It also states, how many that you were able to harvest, if you shared them, preserved them, or what you did with your harvest. Maybe you made sauce. Maybe you made some fresh garden salads. Who knows? But this is a place for you to record that. And then garden inspiration. I loved this. So here's just a little color palette, and then you can just collect ideas and dreams that you have for your garden. Garden memories. So what are some of your favorite moments? Who was with you? What made it special? And then here is just for you to make some little photos of your garden so that you can look back, if you live in the snow belt when it's snowing out, and have something pretty to stare at that will be back once everything melts. Favorite garden quotes, a place for garden notes, 2 pages. And then also looking forward to next season. What worked? What would you change? What plants do you want to grow again? What new ideas do you have? And then I also wanted to give a nod to folks like we used to live in an apartment. I called it the dollhouse. And actually, I told Terry last night, I said, I'd go back there in a minute sometimes, let me tell you. It was just a 3-story, little townhouse in Wellington, Florida. And it was itty bitty, but I loved it. But I had a very tiny front porch. So I learned to do container gardening. And I still do that today at our log home. I don't just have a garden in my yard, I also have container gardens. So I thought this would be really fun for those of you who, have a small space. You can certainly make a small space, a garden as well. And then just a little bit about Little Acorn Woods Press, which is the publisher of our guide. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that. And then, like I said, today, maybe not as soon as the video is up, but today, the 5 cardstock accompaniments will also be in the shop. And I'm just going to sell them as one pack together, so you don't have to buy each one separately. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I didn't go front-facing camera because I wanted to jump right into our beautiful new BellaBoards that have finally arrived. I know that you guys have been really looking forward to this. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 brand new BellaBoards. They come to you fully painted, as well as each BellaBoard will come with a fat 1/8 of coordinating fabric. Now, you can finish these BellaBoards by just cutting a piece of press-on board, whatever size you'd like to fit this. And then I gave you a fat 1/8 of fabric, which is more than enough, as you can see, to go ahead and mount. You can put this on a press-on board and then put your cross-stitch piece on another board. But these coordinate together very nicely. So these will only be, until the fabric runs out, and then I'll have to find new fabric. But we have quite a bit of, well, this one we don't have a lot of, but everything else we have a lot of. So this is this is a nice soft blue. All right, so we have that one. And now let me show you this one. So this is like a walnut stain that I did. And again, they do come completed. Now, the only thing is we are not going to be painting the back of these. The reason for that is some of you prefer to paint the back yourself in a different color and save a little bit of money. So I wanted to make sure I gave you that option. If you're going to have this, you're going to either have it hanging on a wall or leaned up against something because of the way the bottom of the board is, or it'll be in an easel back. So this one is paired with like a Christmas fabric. There's some berries here, some pretty blues, but this fat 1/8 will also come with your BellaBoard in this shade. Then moving on, here we have the last little bit of Chelsea's checks. I pulled the bolt. It's not available in the shop anymore. I'm going to wait and just pair it with this BellaBoard until such time as we run out of the Chelsea's checks. I'm hoping one day that it'll be available again, but for now we're kind of down to the wire, you guys. But I thought you would like this. I know many of you, you love to use this fabric when you're doing cross-stitch finishing. And now, of course, when you buy the BellaBoard painted, it will come with that in a fat 1/8. This is probably one of my favorite colors. I really wanted to give something that kind of paired with our sunflower collection. And then this fabric I really love. It's almost a perfect match, and in it, you know, is the word grateful. So depending upon how you cut your fabric, you could cut it so that this appears at the very top of your border. So just pay attention to that when you get your fat eighth with your board, in case that is something you want to do. All right, then we have just our traditional, it's kind of like it's not totally a bright white, but it's a pretty white. I like to say it's a pretty white. And I decided just to pair this. This is not a Chelsea's Checks, but I wanted to pair it with just a black and white gingham. And these BellaBoards aren't necessarily just for fall or Halloween. They're for you to use all year long. So you'll find that not every one of these in particular is fall or Halloween themed. I just put them together just to have in the shop for you. All right, so we have that one. And then this is another one of my favorite colors. This is kind of autumn related, just such a pretty shade. And then I found, we had this fabric in the shop and I just love it. It's just such a nice, it's got a little bit of purple right there, but just a really pretty fall color. So there you go. And then next is the green, which is really, really pretty. I just love this. And this fabric is just my favorite, I have to say. Absolutely my favorite fabric that I paired with these boards. So just wanted you to see those. We have quite a bit of boards in stock. If we sell out today, as we sometimes do when I do a floss tube, I'll order more boards. You'll just see that the shipping date gets pushed. I have to run them through our laser printer or laser, whatever, the machine, and that takes a while. So I have one of my employees do that for me. So it's on her order list of things she has to do. So how cool is that? Aren't those pretty? All right, be right back. Okay, I'm back again. Don't you love those BellaBoards? They're so much fun. They make finishing fun, and they make finishing very easy because they come fully painted. You don't have to do anything except adhere your cross-stitch fabric covered board to the wood, and then adhere your cross-stitch piece right on top of it. So I love doing those fun things for you. Okay, speaking of making finishing fun, I told you I would show you this. Okay, so people have been asking about we have this BellaBoard in stock too, this BellaBoard, and how to do not only this finish, but how to do the easel back finish. So today you'll be able to grab this, and I'm going to include the porch pail easel back finish as well. That's just the name of the chart. You can use this technique to learn how to make an easel back any way with any design that you'd like. But the instructions on how to do it are included. And then here is the Make Finishing Fun guide on how to finish off the BellaBoard. And then inside, I include, all of your cutting instructions. So it's, pretty simple. These are pretty easy steps to follow if you've never done cross-stitch finishing before. I don't want you to finish your cross-stitch pieces and stick them in a drawer. We do want to make finishing fun for you here at Anabella's, so we try to put together both video and written tutorials that will make it easy and not intimidating. So I hope you'll give that a try. And then the easel back finish, like I said, gives you some instructions there as well. Now, one of the things I will share with you, which is a little secret maybe, kind of, there's a lot of different methods to putting an easel on the back. One is to do a fabric covered easel using a bit of press on board, and the other is to use a plastic easel, which we have been doing here at Anabella's. I was able to source them. They're super easy to adhere to the back of the easel, and it's one less step if you're just looking to get an easel up and running rather than using fabric. It's one less step that you have to do because it's already fully assembled. So just keep that in mind. You may see that come up here and there, because I do love that method as well. There's so many different ways you can make an easel back. Okay, we have more to share. I'm going to save a fabric for the end for our quilters and those of you who love new fabrics. We've had quite a bit come in. I'm only going to show you 2 collections today. But let's jump in right now to Needlework Marketplace and all of the releases that Anabella's has. And I want to tell you there's about 28 of them. Now, a few of them have already been released. So I'm going to show you those first, and then I'm going to show you one other. The chart is here because I had to proof it because it's a big chart. So he dropped them off yesterday. All of the others I will then pause and I will put up via a slideshow for you so that you can check those out. The first two releases are our Autumn Cottage Basket, which I just think is so sweet. This is a sweet little dough bowl filler. It's about it's 4.5 by 4 3/4, so not quite square, but just a really easy stitch in beautiful, beautiful fall colors. And then going along with that is our little Harvest Jam. Again, just another fun little stitch that you can do. Makes a great hostess gift if you're going to be going to anyone's home this fall season. You could just stitch this up. It's 4.5 by 4.5. It just makes a nice little hostess gift. Then the next two are our Seasonal Spools Autumn. Seasonal Spools is an ongoing series here at Anabella's. So for autumn, you've got some fall leaves, you've got an owl, you've got our sweet little sheep. So that is Seasonal Spools Autumn. And then our Quick Little Quaker is continuing with our Quick Little Quaker Autumn. Some pine cones, pretty fall leaves. You've got your spools of thread, and of course, you have some pumpkins. And I have the Quick Little Quaker Christmas and the Christmas spools and another Christmas thing sitting in on my workbench. I've got to get to them, but they're coming. Okay, now let's talk about other Needlework Marketplace releases that you have not seen yet. I'm going to show them now to you, the one that came in, and then what we'll do is I'll insert the photos in the video so that you can take a peek rather than sit here and go through every single one because there's so many of them. So let me do that first. Okay. This is Sheep Rules. This is a new series by Anabella's. Just love it. You have Count Your Blessings, Pick Apples, Give Thanks, and then the bottom didn't fit on the cover. The bottom is, and I'm going to insert the photo for you here, Wear Wool. So look at how cute this is. So our sheep rules are fun. We started something really new. It's called Stitch a Rule. So this is going to be ongoing, and I want you to be able to stitch just a rule. So what that means is you can stitch and finish it 1, 2, 3, 4, any way that you'd like. I went ahead and just framed them, or you can have it framed in one long portrait frame, okay? So there is our sheep rules. These are so much fun. You're gonna see a lot of these rules coming out. There's 2 coordinating charts with this. The first one is, and I'll go ahead and insert it here, counting sheep. And I finished this off so that you could see it if it was put into a little boy's room. I just thought that counting sheep was really cute. And then, of course, our Collect Sheep, which is part of our Collect series. So there you go. I love this new sheep rules. It is so stinking cute. I had so much fun designing it. Didn't use Charlene's help on this one, thank goodness, because she is in Florida right now on vacation. So I'm glad that she'll be back next week because we've got Millie the Mouse that we're still finishing up. I'm going to insert the photo here of Millie the Mouse. She is brand new. She is, hopefully I won't cry again. She's a new character that I created because I've been taking a lot of pretty nasty comments and mean people again because it seems to come in cycles. And you know, it's been going on now. We're getting close to 6 months to a year of just unkindness. And it started to take its toll. And no matter what you have tattooed on you or how many times you say, let them, you know, you have bad days. So I was having a bad day last week, and yeah, it was last week, and I was, you know, thinking maybe I'm just going to hang it up because this is mentally and physically, mentally and emotionally exhausting sometimes. But I decided, you know what would Aunt Millie say? And you know, Aunt Millie was who taught me to cross stitch when I was 12 and had lost my mother. So at that time in my life, like now, you know, I was going through a tough time. And she stepped in and mothered me in a way that shaped me into who I am today. And, you know, I'm going to be 64, and I've never seen such hatred and unkind words and gossip and people saying things that are just not true. Just because someone says something, you guys, doesn't mean it's true. Pick up the phone and call me, for goodness sakes. We're adults. We're not in high school or elementary school. So I thought, well, what would Aunt Millie say? And long story short, that's how Millie the Mouse was born. Because Millie, like my Aunt Millie, kind of hunkered down. You know, home was everything to her like it is to me. Family was everything to her like it is to me. My friends, and my circle is getting smaller and smaller because I just don't have the stamina to widen it to include people that are just not nice. So I continue to shrink my circle, and that's why my Patreon is so important to me, and my Facebook group. You know, we have a page and we have a group, my Facebook group, and then of course my friends that I see as often as I can. I see them at retreats. You know, they're my tribe. And Millie the Mouse is going to be a little character you're going to see a lot of because she, you know, kind of lives a life that I think we should all live. You know, she treasures stitching. She loves handmade items. She's got lessons to teach and things we can learn from her. I certainly learned a lot over the years. And I hope that as my daughter and I bring Millie to you, as well as Little Acorns Press, because I think there's some stories there that will need to be told, I hope that she finds a way into your heart the way she has always been in mine. So that's a little bit about Millie the Mouse, and I hope you enjoy meeting her. She should be coming out next week, maybe. I'm going to be in Florida, so we'll see. If not next week, the following week. But certainly before Needlework Marketplace, because she makes her official debut there. Okay, so let me do this now. Let me talk, before I do the video of all Anabella's Needlework Marketplace releases, let me cover a few other things so I don't have to come back. Let me talk to you about our Christmas box. That is selling out quickly. So what I did is I upped the quantity. So there's still, so we're gonna keep taking orders. I'm probably gonna cut it off in the next, well, I'm not going to cut it off right away. You know why? Because I haven't shown you the cross-stitch designs yet. So I'm going to show you the cross-stitch designs that go in the box, but they're still being fully finished. So until I have those done the way I want them done, I don't want to share them. But if you're interested in the Christmas box, there's certainly more than enough information for you to gather to go ahead and grab it now, and just know that you'll see the designs coming soon. And it is a beautiful, beautiful Christmas village filled with little shops that you're just going to fall in love with. And I know that they are certainly going to be hanging on my tree every year because they are just beautiful. So a lot of love went into this creation. So be aware of that. And then our 12 monthly minis, just want to remind everybody, this wraps up in December. So our monthly 12 monthly minis, this is the end of the second year. We had it for a year, we went away for a year, then we came back. Now we're going to go away again. I think we're going to do them every other year. But boy, oh boy, does Anabella's have a brand new subscription kicking off on January 1st. So you will have the opportunity to participate in one of our subscription, monthly subscription programs, but the details are still under wraps. But you've got 3 more months of 12 monthly minis. So I did something special this month. Here is the cover of the 12 monthly minis promo. And I'm giving you 3 charts this month. Normally with 12 monthly minis, you get 1 chart and you get a little bonus chart from a popular designer. But for September, you're getting 3 charts, Stitching Essentials, which I thought is cute, as well as a chart, bonus chart from Little House Needleworks. So I hope that, you know, you go ahead and check that out. You can find the 12 monthly minis at anabellas.com, or you can find it in the Etsy shop. Next is, let me do my fabrics next, so we can go through that. And then after that, the only thing left is to do the video at the end so you can check out the rest of our marketplace releases. Okay, the first I want to show you is the poppy cotton fabric. It is called Bluebells and Buttercups. Okay, so this is the charm pack. And then when this came in, and this is some of the fabric from the Fat Quarter Bundle, when this came in, I wanted to make a needle book. And I wanted to make a PDF of it that was beginner friendly, because a lot of you have said, how do I make a needle book? Well, I don't like making needle books because I thought they were too complicated. And then lo and behold, boom, using this fabric, I was able to make a small needle book, which I'm going to insert a cover photo here. And I've passed that along to you. So you can go to the shop, you'll find the poppy cotton fabric there in the shop, as well as we have the charm packs, the layer cakes, and the jelly rolls or the fabric strips. I don't know if we have any more Fat Quarter bundles available, so they may be gone. A matter of fact, I think they are gone. I think somebody just bought the last two. But you'll find all the pre-cuts, which we love quilting with pre-cuts. So go ahead and check that out. And then here is, like I said, just a photo of the little needle book, which are easy to make and fun. You just basically need, a small piece of fabric. The pre-cuts are perfect for that. Some felt. And you need to be able to sew either a straight line on a sewing machine or by hand. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Okay, now what I want to share with you is this beautiful new, I left all the pre-cuts over there. Okay, this is the beautiful new collection that just came in. It is by Fancy That Designs, and it is called Windfall. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up fat 8s for you later today. So I'm going to show you some of the fabrics now. I'm not going to show you all of them, just that you can get an idea of just how beautiful this fabric collection is. And I love that there's some really small prints, which is really great for cross-stitch finishing. So I finish every week. I'm doing some type of cross-stitch finishing. And I know that I don't need a fat quarter. So that is why we sell the fat 8s for you. Pre-cut, easy to grab, sitting in your stash. You finish up stitching an autumn or a fall themed design, and you just go to your stash and you can, look at these colors, aren't they gorgeous? You can go and just pull it out. And then let me show you so you can see the colorway. So there's really some plums, some sages. Just so cute, look at that. So it's just really nice. And then the chocolates are just beautiful. And showing you all the color. I just want you to see the full colorway. I'm not going to show you all the, isn't that beautiful? So stay tuned. Later today, you'll be able to grab these. Plums. You can see both sides, two different fabrics. And then there's a panel that doesn't come in your fat 8 bundle. So I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and insert the slideshow here at the end so that you can take a peek at all of Anabella's new releases. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you find something that you will enjoy stitching. Be sure to tag us at Anabella's shop so that we can see how your progress is coming along. And again, just as a heads up, we don't ship these until after Needlework Market, okay? So, there's no unfair advantage. Anabella's is taking orders, but Anabella's will not ship to anyone until after Nashville, after Needlework Marketplace. So just wanted to give you a heads up on that. So if you place your order, you know that you'll have to wait till the end of August. So everybody, happy mail this week. Let's see. We talked a little bit about my Aunt Millie and someone who had a huge influence in my life. Tell me if there was someone in your life that somehow influenced you. Could be an employer, could be a friend, could be a family member. You don't have to give away too much information if you're not comfortable, but I'd love to know. We're more than just our immediate family. Sometimes we're our extended family as well. And although she wasn't my mother, she certainly made a big impact on my life. And it's why Anabella's exists today. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, that you get to do all the things you love with the people you love the most. Until I see you next time, be happy, be well, and most of all, be kind. See you later. Bye.